Hi, creative friends. This is Freya, and thank you so much for being here. So I let this completely dry, and there's so much about this spread that I'm actually loving. Like, I'm loving all this wet, juicy Stabilo pencil that dried and now is giving just the most luscious, inky blacks and grays. I'm loving the how the Stabilo mixed up with the green and just gave it this really kind of neutralized, grungy kind of a feel to it. And I'm loving all this collage over here, which is my own collage from a composition notebook that I just ripped up and put on down here. So I'm loving so much about this, but I feel like it's lacking like some kind of pizzazz. And what I'm thinking is that it doesn't have like a light and dark value contrast. And what I mean by that is like everything seems to be too much of the same value. So I'm gonna get out my grayscale and value finder here, and like when I look at this is all like too much of the same value. And I'm not including this because I don't think I'm gonna leave this over here like this. This is just the dictionary page, it's collage, and I'm gonna cover it up however I do that. So I'm not including this part. And I just like, I just think I need to bring in more of a contrast here. So I do have some other greens. I love this green. It's a yellow green medium, and it's kind of like very lime green. So I'm gonna try to see if I can. Ooh, now I'm really loving that. And if I add some cashew to the mix, and I can even lighten it up some more. Let me see here. So I'm gonna get some of my cashew because I don't think I want the entire background to be this green. It might be too overpowering. So we're gonna see if this kind of solves my issue with the values. Whew, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it right now, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. When I don't know what to do, I just like say, okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone. So I do have some of these Posca markers here, and I do want to work on the faces. I was thinking that I wanted to turn this face blue, and that is really exciting to me. Like, I'm loving that whole blue face situation. Although it is going to be a bit of a challenge for me because drawing and painting abstract faces is kind of difficult for me personally. But I'm going to do my best here. Now this face is going to be a bit like turned in a 3/4 view because I wanted to keep this for the neck. And so it ended up like with the face being a bit kind of turned. So what I am going to do is I'm going to make her kind of looking over here, and that's gonna cause a little bit of interest. Okay, so now this is an exploration of color, this particular journal. So I'm gonna be focused more on my color schemes rather than the, you know, the like the figures and like everything being the way it should be. So I'm gonna kind of be more departing into, I guess, you know, fantasy or stylized figures. And what I am going to do here is I'm going to get some of my cashew chalk paint and mix it with my blues. So generally I tend to love the ultramarine blue rather than this lighter blue, but I'm really digging this particular shade of blue here. I think it complements really well with this green. And just pull some of the blue there. And I don't know if I want to make this face blue or just put a little bit of the blue in. I don't know if I want to make the whole face blue. I'm actually really loving the dictionary pages and the way the stabilo, the blue of the stabilo is kind of reading, but I don't know. We'll see. So I may have to, I wasn't planning on doing a part 3. I thought I could finish it up in this segment, but now that I'm into it, I think I might have to wait for some stuff to dry. So we'll see. So now that I gave that a minute to sit in, I really am not feeling this lime green here. Well, certainly not to the degree that I put it on there. But, you know, let's see here what I can do. So I think what I'm gonna do is keep the lighter green here, and I'm kind of like stick with this green on this side. And that's gonna give it some interest, but still keep the entire background like in one hue, which is the green. It's just gonna give it some interest, and we'll see how that works out. So one of the really important lessons for me working in this way, where I'm exploring color, is I'm forcing myself to try out new things and to not like just fall back on what I know and love. In the first video for this green spread, I was like, I want to, I have to be very conscious of not going in and turning the whole thing blue, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go with a blue. So by working in this way and just focusing on color and challenging myself and stretching my color muscles, I'm learning a lot because, if I just stick with what I know all the time, then I'm not really growing and pushing myself. And I'm actually really loving this beautiful, delicious green here. And I'm also really loving this blue for the faces here. So for me, it's really important to